What's up, guys? Welcome to PODCASTILLO, episode 13. I'm your host, Raul Castillo. To my right, I guess, but on the left on the screen is Jose. So shout out to Jose. Thank you for coming back. We have Neri on this side. Shout out to Neri. Thank you for coming back. I haven't seen you guys in a minute. And since the last time we sat down and spoke, a lot has happened in the world of sports, especially in the world of UFC. UFC 205 took place, historic event, first time ever in history that UFC was granted in the state of New York. So that's awesome. It was a big event, possibly the greatest card in UFC history. You know, even especially after 205.
Even though it lost 2 fights.
It was still
awesome.
Still a really great card. Obviously, the significance of that card was that Conor McGregor won his second championship in his second weight class. So he's the first UFC fighter ever to hold 2 belts simultaneously. He's the champ at 145, which is the featherweight division, and he's the champ at 155, which is the lightweight division. You guys called it. I had it going towards Eddie Alvarez. What are your thoughts after the fight? What do you think?
I thought Conor looked amazing. Like, he looked the best ever at that point because he made Eddie look so bad. It was like, it wasn't even close. He made Eddie look like he was an amateur.
But you expected it to be like that or no?
No. Like, I think Conor's like probably the best fighter we have right now next to DJ. But like, it's just like, he makes people look so bad. Like, look what he did to Aldo. He knocked out Aldo in 13 seconds, and like he just tapped him on the chin too, just like he did with Eddie.
What do you think?
Well, I called it from the beginning. I said he was gonna knock him out. Everything I said in the last couple episodes we did, Conor has, to me, hands down the best hands and footwork in the UFC.
I don't know.
Besides.
Footwork is Dominic Cruz, bro.
Yeah,
but he got hella footwork.
But he uses it to be evasive,
exactly.
like more like boxing.
Yeah.
Conor uses his footwork for striking.
For striking.
So like he has no wasted movement.
So let me ask you a question.
That's why he plays.
Obviously, I was a bit upset after that fight because, in my opinion, Conor has gone, and I've been on record on the show to say I wanted Conor to win the Nate fight. I wanted him to win that. But Conor, in the last few weeks, maybe the last month or two, he's crossed over from where I really like him, and I love to hear him talk crazy, and I love to hear him do all these things, to now I'm annoyed by him. So he kind of crossed over now. So now I want him to lose because of the antics. I think it's becoming more the antics. So where does he fall in your opinion?
I love him for UFC. The only thing is what he asked for is like a little too much because I believe in like fairness. Like, you know, he deserves to make the most because he brings in the most everything. Like every fight he has is broken a record. Yeah. So now with 205, they've broken every record except the pay-per-view record so far. I think they haven't beat that yet, but they beat everything else. Gate, everything, attendance, all that stuff. Attendance because they're probably selling tickets for like $5,000 for nosebleeds and shit. But,
yeah.
You know, but he's at like now he wants he wants stock in the company, which is. He shouldn't get that because that's unfair.
Well, so when I look into it, my premise, my basis on saying I don't really like him anymore, is because anytime a fighter or an athlete or whatever gets to the point where he gets to, it's all downhill from there, bro. Like as fans, we're gonna lose out on so much now as fans.
I don't think so. I think
so.
Like, look, you know, there's still a lot of good fights.
He basically erased the featherweight division, bro. That division is deleted.
No, he didn't because there's still a lot of good fighters there. He has to fight. He should probably fight Max Holloway again because Max Holloway, since he lost to Conor, he's been on a 9-fight win streak. Then you have Anthony Pettis, who looks great at 145, who used to fight at 145. Then you have Aldo. He should probably fight again. There's a lot of people in that division he needs to fight. Listen, 13 seconds, like he knocked him out, he put him out, but like. He needs a rematch.
Of course, but
this guy Aldo went 10 years undefeated, so like he deserves a rematch. But then you also have 155, so it's really bad right now. That it's great for him, but it's bad for the sport.
Yeah, as fans we lose.
That he has both belts because then like you have Khabib, who deserves a title shot.
My man Khabib,
he's
bro,
never lost a round. He's never lost a round in his whole career.
Dude wrestled a bear, bro.
Yeah, he wrestles bears. Okay, he tapped out a bear. But like, you know, then you have Tony Ferguson who deserves a title shot too because he's been on like another I think he's won 8 fights in a row also.
Yeah, definitely. They're both on the crash
course. He's in 2 like the best divisions right now in UFC. Like it's just crazy. And then like he's talking about maybe fighting Woodley. like who would probably demolish him. His leg weighs as much as Conor, but like it's crazy. Like I love Conor. I think he's great for the UFC, but just he's gonna have. I think he has to give a belt because it's not fair to those divisions. He has to give a belt. I think the most entertaining fights will be at 155 because then they're closer. Because I think if he stays at 145, the only person that might give him competition, I think, is Pettis because he used to fight at 155, so he could probably take a little more of a power shot. Dude. Listen, Anthony Pettis, how they he was very flashy, so like it'll be a good fight. You know, Pettis like he's coming back into his own. Like when his last fight, he tapped out Charles Oliveira. Like he put him in a nasty choke, dude. He almost knocked him out in the first round. He said that when he hit him, he saw his eyes roll back and he knocked out. Then he punched him again.
He woke him up.
Yeah. Like, that's how he's like, yo, I guess I'm too strong. But like I didn't know my power.
So where does he go from here? Where does Conor go from here? What do you think? Next move. Like his next move, what do you think?
I think he should fight Khabib. It's not gonna happen. What I think what really happens, he's gonna fight Nate Diaz for a third fight for the title.
What do you think?
I think he'll move up another weight class and go for Woodley.
So realistically,
that's the best fight.
So if I lay the options out to you, what would you guys pick? Right now, to be honest with you, listen, anywhere that he goes, there's gonna be a money trail wherever he goes. Does he stay in the UFC and fight Woodley? Tyron Woodley, who's the champ right now at what is he a champ at?
170. Woodley?
Yeah, what is that? What division is that? Welterweight. Okay, welterweight. So does he fight the welterweight champion, try to make it 3 straps, 3 belts? Does he go to WWE and get a crazy contract there, or does he fight Mayweather in boxing?
In WWE, you would get paid that much.
You don't. You definitely don't. And it's a grind, dude. They work every single day, and they don't. They make their money off like merchandise.
Do they get a discount on steroids?
I don't. That's the only thing. Like, I don't think Conor would need the steroids, dude. He's
you have to ask Brock
Lesnar. Comes out jacked looking like Brock Lesnar.
But the only thing is, like, realistically, I don't think he's gonna be successful in the UFC, bro. Like realistically, everyone weighs over 200 pounds there.
They're all huge.
Where?
I mean, like the
small, in UFC. I mean, not in what am I saying? In WWE. In WWE, everyone weighs over 200 pounds.
Who's a small guy? Like Shawn Michaels, a pretty small guy compared to everybody else.
Well, they do have they have a cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
Nah, but he wouldn't be in a cruiserweight division.
The only reason WWE, yeah, but they just want for promotional wise. Promote.
So what do you think? What do you think? WWE, boxing, or you try to build upon your legacy in the UFC?
By far the biggest possible fight they can make is Mayweather and Conor.
Oh, money wise, of course.
Money wise.
Yeah, but besides,
I don't want that to happen because
not yet.
I think it's a dumb fight.
I know I'm
gonna spend my money on that fight.
Mayweather. I think it'd be bad look on him to do that.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens? He has nothing to gain in that fight.
Nope.
He can lose. Like if Conor goes in there, he's like, oh well, I'm not a boxer. He beat me.
Yeah.
That's why he goes in there, gets knocked out. Mm-hmm. He's embarrassed.
That's what I think. That's why Conor's lucky right now. Because even if he goes up and fights Woodley, he could always bounce back and say, hey, listen, I went up. I'm not 170.
You know what?
He beat me because I went up. Nobody else is going up.
But I think if he moves up, he can beat. Honestly, my opinion, I think he will destroy Woodley at welterweight.
I don't know about
that. Hell no. No
I think
way,
Woodley.
No way.
This is. Let me tell you. He fought Wonder Boy, and Wonder Boy made him look so stupid. Besides those 2 shots, he connected with 2 shots. Wonder Boy hit him with a monster shot that shook him. Now think about it. Connor's very consistent in throwing punches.
I don't think
Woodley was overwhelmed when Wonder Boy took him to the ring.
Wonder Boy is a big dude. He's not a small guy.
He's not.
Connor's 5'9" and he walks around at 168 probably.
But
exactly.
So Woodley's
Woodley walks around at 200.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. Woodley will have to cut weight to come down.
So what he fights at 170.
That's what I'm saying.
The
same thing we said with Alvarez. Alvarez was the bigger fighter, and he made him look like
he was shorter.
But I'm saying body wise,
I'm not talking.
He was a big dude.
Yeah, but he fights at that division. Now 170 and 155 is a big.
15
I think. My opinion. I think Conor would destroy him.
Hell no, dude.
Destroy him.
So
he fought Nate, and he moved up, and he still looked good.
Nate fights at 155 too.
But still, that's what I'm saying. He keeps moving
Nate's not a muscular guy. He's just tall. He's 6 foot. He's a big.
Woodley just has big ass legs. That's it.
He's big as hell.
He's big, but his arms. But to me, he has no technique.
Do I think
he has no big ass right hand? He'll listen.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And you know what? Woodley won't go into that fight not like without a game plan. He would go in there and you know what he's gonna do?
But what is the game? That's the same thing. What is the game plan to defeat Conor McGregor? The same thing. What is the game plan to defeat Mayweather? What is the game plan?
Take
Go
him
ahead,
down.
take
Eddie,
over, guys. Take over. Go ahead.
But look, Eddie tried to take him down and he couldn't.
He couldn't.
So Woodley's gonna try to take him down?
Yeah.
Totally
No.
different. Willie,
No.
yo,
Willie was a collegiate
a
wrestler.
collegiate wrestler at Missouri.
Let's
bro.
leave all that shit on the thing. I'm
Doesn't
talking
matter.
about Connor's not gonna let him try to take him down.
Willie has one of the
Connor's
he has
gonna
the
want
best
to
takedowns
stand.
in the division, probably. In
But this is what you gotta
He does.
understand.
He does, brother.
This is what you gotta
He's the
understand.
best single leg,
To
double
me-
leg, everything.
To me, Connor is Mayweather. He goes in there and he makes fighters not want to fight.
I don't
He
think
go,
that's- I don't think
Mayweather
that's-
Mayweather
Mayweather
that's
fought
not
top guys.
That's not accurate.
Look at Aldo. He got in Aldo's head.
He-
But
Did
Mayweather
he
didn't.
tell
Hold on, no. You can't say that. Don't
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. Why
Mayweather
not?
didn't fight anybody in the prime.
It
of
don't
their
matter.
career.
Mayweather's all
Yes,
about
it
the
does.
money. All
It
about the money.
Son,
He
it does
fought Connor.
matter. It does matter.
Tell me who.
Dude,
The
it does
closest-
matter.
the
Bro,
closest matter.
this guy went in there and fought Aldo, who was on a tear, bro,
And
beat
destroyed
Aldo.
him. He made him
Okay,
look
and
like.
years.
Then he fought. Even when he fought Mendez was on a tear.
Chad
Then
probably
he
gave
fought
him
Eddie. Eddie was on a
Yeah.
tear.
Chad gave him the best fight. He's the
To
only
me, yeah,
person.
I agree with that.
Chad
I agree
and
with
Nate
that.
are the
But Chad
toughest
didn't
fights.
gassed out. Chad gassed out.
But
And that's
listen,
his
2 weeks
last
notice,
two prior
2 weeks
fights.
notice
But
tough,
his last
but-
fight, he did the same thing. Chad.
All right. So in
His
a
prior
boxing,
fight before
boxing-
Conor, he gassed out.
hold on. In a boxing,
He was winning
match,
against Aldo.
Hold on.
He was winning against
got
Connor.
Exactly.
Here we
He
go.
gassed out.
This is what we missed, guys. This is what we missed. This.
We're
argument.
back.
Listen,
It's a little
in a
hectic.
boxing match, strictly boxing.
But I'm not talking about
Wait, what?
boxing.
Can I finish my
Go ahead.
No, but you gotta
question?
put it.
In a boxing match, strictly boxing, who wins?
Mayweather.
McGregor,
Mayweather. If it's gonna be like that, one boxing, one MMA. Let's make it even.
No, that wouldn't be fair.
No,
Exactly.
it-
It's not gonna happen. So we can't sit there and say
Well, no, it is.
Conor
Listen,
can't
it is
take
fair
the,
because in MMA, boxing is a very important aspect of it.
That's listen for a
yeah.
boxer.
And the MMA,
No. Listen,
MMA,
listen,
the best boxers are
No.
Nate and Nick Diaz.
listen. Well, you
Hands
guys have
down,
to
they got the
understand
best hands in the
Listen,
MMA.
listen. I explained this before. I'm gonna explain it to you guys again. It is perfectly fair for anyone that is in the UFC to fight a boxer in boxing. It is totally unfair for anybody in the UFC to fight a boxer, or for anybody in boxing to fight a UFC fighter. It's unfair. It's unfair, bro. Any UFC fighter could get in the ring with a boxer. Now, will they be successful? I don't know,
No.
but they could at least throw hands.
Yeah.
Any
I agree.
boxer can't get in the ring with a UFC fighter. Even a dude that's low on the totem pole in the UFC, bro, will tap somebody out. I'm telling you. It's all about experience. Look what happened to CM Punk, bro. It doesn't matter how much you train,
Yeah,
dude.
but
These kids are...
CM Punk
these-
was a wrestler.
I know, but what I'm saying
Like-
in general...
And not
But
real.
what I'm-
wrestling.
that was a horrible example.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
Some-
is this. I mean, even a boxer, if they get into a UFC fight, bro, they're gonna have the same amount of experience
know
as CM Punk did. No
Well,
experience.
You know, like Holly Holm, like she didn't go straight into MMA. She went from boxing to kickboxing. So like, there's a lot. Kickboxing is different than MMA, like strictly because like anything kind of goes in MMA. Like you use everything. In kickboxing, you can only throw like leg kicks.
But she was successful in both sports.
Yeah. Oh no, she was amazing, and that's why I think like that's the proper way to go.
Yeah.
Like if like,
Kickboxing to UFC.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like there's and I think they still have I'm not sure if they still have like the guards on the legs, like pads on the legs.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
But
No,
like
I don't think
it's
they
an
do it
easier
anymore.
it's an easier thing to go transition.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go like, all right, so I'm a good boxer. I won like 50 fights. Then I'm gonna go fight Conor McGregor. I've never thrown a leg kick in my life, but whatever. Who cares? I got my hands. Like
That's
it's not
stupid,
gonna work.
bro.
But,
You're gonna
like,
get double legged and then you're gonna get tapped out, bro. That's the
Look
dumbest
what
argument ever.
like I said, Mickey Gall did to CM Punk, who was training for 2 years.
Exactly, dude.
And
it doesn't matter if
he
they're
got
training
embarrassed.
for 1
But
year.
he made
Dude.
500 grand. So
If these guys have belts that are high, like they might not have a black belt, but if they got belts that are like high up there and they have at least some experience, bro, that no boxer in the world, dude, could go in there and be successful against them, bro. Because all the boxer knows is the hands.
You know what? Listen, he can have a lucky hit. Like he can just like
Of course,
stay
but
back,
still.
catch him, and then But that's very.
I wouldn't
Listen,
recommend.
I don't want to see the fight.
Mayweather
I don't want to see the fight.
Not yet. Wait till
Well,
you get like 40.
I would love to
so,
see
like,
Mayweather
50.
get in the octagon, dude.
Well,
I would
no.
love that. You
But
know how
let's
many memes would happen if Mayweather got into the octagon with McGregor,
Whatever.
bro? McGregor might break his arm, bro. That might be the best thing that
But
ever
no,
happened.
here's the thing though. It's Mayweather, so like, all right, let's say I'm gonna fight him. But we all know that fight's gonna happen in like 10 years, probably, because Mayweather don't fight anybody.
No,
Listen, Connor's
it's
right
not gonna
now.
happen in 10 years. This guy's 30. This guy's 40 years old.
Listen, it's never gonna happen. Just like the fight with Pacquiao. It took how long? It took like half our life.
Listen,
so like that's what's gonna
what
happen.
I'm saying is, don't say 10 years because
Alright,
Mayweather's gonna be 50
listen, honestly,
years old. He's gonna be 50 years old.
The fight's not gonna happen, bro. The fight.
He can't sign a contract because he can't read.
Conor McGregor is too much of a value asset.
They can't get that much money for McGregor. That McGregor fight anyway. I don't think they could get $100 million to give.
UFC can't risk of
Conor losing.
Yeah, he did.
What?
He asked for $1 million, I think.
Who?
No, McGregor wants $100 million.
McGregor wants $100 million.
He wants $100 million.
I forgot. I saw the video.
They can't find that much money, dude.
I think they would.
In boxing, they got ton money.
They would profit in boxing.
No one else has made $100 million in a fight other than that first fight. But
people were paying to watch Mayweather lose.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
The same thing they will pay to see if McGregor.
What do you guys think it was the ratio of people buying the pay-per-view to watch Mayweather fight? Like, what was it like? How much wanted him to lose?
I think it was like 70. It was 80-20. People wanted him to see him lose. That's what McGregor has with him right now, is that people want to watch to see him win. Like, Ireland comes out to see him win still. I don't think he's crossed over to the general public as people wanting him to lose. He has a lot of haters, but he has more people supporting him.
I think he has haters, but they still like to watch him fight.
Oh, yeah.
Because his fights are awesome. I mean, like, what's the last fight he had that was like, wasn't super, super interesting was the Max Holloway fight. And how long ago was that? That was 2014. And now he still beat Max Holloway easily. But, like, that was the last time he didn't finish him. Look, you know what I like about Conor? That he lost to Nate. Excuse me. He lost to Nate, and like he still he took it like he's like, oh whatever.
He's humble. He's very humble.
He had to say that.
Then you have like Ronda. Dude, she loses and she drops off the face of the earth. Oh, like
yeah, but you gotta understand.
The way she lost, she was destroyed by a boxer. By a boxer.
Doesn't matter. No,
boxer.
Yeah, but still, she got kicked, so it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter. She was getting trashed
she
by
was
the
out
hands.
of the fight after the first round.
Hands.
She said it herself. She got hit with a straight left, and it rocked her, and she was out of it after that.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Listen,
Ronda Rousey was on a tear.
Let's talk about this. Like Holly Holm, she was a boxer, right? She was a boxing champ, kickboxing champ. She made Ronda look terrible, and then
that's what I'm saying.
She went and got
everyone figured her out. Yeah, everyone figured her out.
She got made look awful.
But
I'm not gonna talk about Tate because Tate got lucky.
No,
the chick,
Tate lost that fight.
The girl on Facebook that punches the trees.
Yeah, she's fighting cheese.
But you know what?
Shevchenko make her look so bad.
What number is she right now, Rank? She's got to be up there, bro.
Shevchenko is number 4.
She's on her way up too.
Oh no, she might be number. Damn.
She's on her way up. Check that out. She's on her way up.
But that's what I'm saying. Holly Holm. See, the thing about Holly Holm knew that Ronda was gonna.
She's number
sit
2.
there and stand with her.
That's what's up, yo. She's on her way up.
That's what I'm trying to say.
She punches trees. She should be.
She's a
champ now.
Her daughter was that little girl on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
that was a throwback Thursday.
All right, guys. So all in all, we have different opinions on what would happen. Well, we have different opinions on the career of Conor McGregor, on where it's going. No matter what, we're not going to see him for a while. He's going to come back after May or something like that.
His coaches say he might be back earlier than what they think.
I think his girlfriend's pregnant. I get that. I heard Dana say something about the spring. That makes no sense because she's due in May.
Yeah.
I don't think he probably should not. If I think he shouldn't fight till like part of fall. But if he was gonna fight again, he should fight honestly in Brooklyn at 209 in I think that's February. That makes the most sense because like she'll like because I know they said that they don't want to stress out his girlfriend.
She gets real stressed out when he walks.
So I get that makes sense. So that's still early in like the pregnancy. Like it's not super close to May. Mm-hmm. Like I think that's the best time for him to fight.
But knowing Conor, I think he would want that match.
I think that looks awesome. Like 209. That's Stockton's like area code. And you have the Nate.
But would you think would you think they'd profit off of it?
Oh yeah, that would probably
would they
be
profit
that.
Would people want to see that fight?
Yeah, because you know what? Listen,
because even now Nate is doubting himself. Like,
no, Nate said. Nate's constantly just throwing jabs at him on Twitter and like everything. He's like, yo, he don't want it. He's scared. Like, I won that fight. He's a chump.
Dude,
like
Nate's the redhead stepchild of UFC, bro.
But you know what though? He brings in money now because look at him. He made
$2 million off
that fight.
But they disrespect him.
Oh yeah, a couple years ago, Dana said he's not a money. He's like
it's not fair.
He's not a money grab.
The way they treat him is not fair.
But you know what? Like, look now, him and Nick both have like leverage now because people want to see them fight, all because of that Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah, I
Like
guess.
they always been draws for year because they talk a lot of crap, whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like different because like now like all right, they both like they talk crap and they can back it up. But like I think Conor's coach says that's the fight. His coach said that's the fight to make. He's like, I would like to see him fight Nate again. I think that's the best fight. That's the biggest draw.
That's the biggest draw
That's the
fight.
biggest money fight. He's like, I don't think a lot of people want to see us fight. Fight Conor, fight Khabib. Khabib, like, listen, like, they said, there's not like a lot of Khabib doesn't have a lot of fans. I've been like looking at UFC's like comments and Dana White's comments. It's all just Russians, like Khabib, the Eagle. Blah,
But listen,
blah,
but what I'm
blah,
saying is,
crazy.
but think about it this way though. I get it. You guys are saying that there's new buyers on the UFC. You're saying that now it's gonna be like boxing, sort of like when Mayweather.
They want to make money.
He could pick and choose fights. I get that. But dude, how long can you deny? Because one thing that UFC has that boxing maybe doesn't have, because there's so many belts in boxing, is like a legit ranking system. So you're
saying they don't?
No, UFC does have that. Boxing doesn't have that. No. UFC has a legit ranking system that's open to the public, that's always updated.
Yeah.
How long can you deny a fighter that's number one, bro?
That's the thing now. It's getting really
weird.
It's
gonna be very hard to do that.
Right, look, the number one contender in the bantamweight division, I think is TJ Dillashaw. He got denied a rematch after he lost to Cruz, which was a very, very close fight. You can have it either way. I had Cruz winning, but a lot of people had TJ winning. But the fight he's fighting at 207. He's fighting against someone who's ranked number 7 or 6. Like Cody Garbrandt, who's undefeated, who's looked awesome, he's knocking everybody out.
I think he's gonna destroy Cruz.
I have Cruz win that fight. I think Cruz can stay out of the way getting hit.
Yeah, I think Cruz wins that fight too because Cruz is tactical, bro. He's really smart. His fight IQ is
very
nice.
scary because if listen.
But Cruz
looked really good against Uriah. He made Uriah look terrible. Uriah's for years saying,
but Uriah's still though.
But Uriah,
that's a bad example.
No, but no, it's a good example because Uriah said he has no power. How many times did he knock down Uriah?
Yeah,
he knocked him down 2-3 times.
Yeah, but we're talking about Uriah, bro.
But Cody has power. Cody,
he definitely has power.
And Cody's gonna be
scary.
He has power.
He's gonna push. He reminds me of his fighting style of McGregor because he's straightforward.
Yeah,
he's gonna counter you. He's gonna move. The same thing with.
He's very fast and he has power. So
but that's the thing about Cruz. Cruz is fast and he's light on his feet, but he doesn't have. I don't think he has enough power to put Cody away.
What UFC is that happening at?
207. That's December 30th.
So that's a good fight to look forward to. Obviously, today we heard the news that Daniel Cormier has pulled out of UFC 206 due to injury, so he will not be fighting Anthony Rumble Johnson anymore. So what is there to look forward to now? Since that fight's not happening now.
Like here's the biggest thing with that card now. Like who's man enough to fight Anthony Johnson? Because that's a scary dude. Okay, he knocked out Glover Teixeira's teeth. Like, he knocked out a tooth.
He already beat Gustafsson too, right? He beat Gustafsson.
Yeah, and listen, Gustafsson. This is a dude who had 5 rounds with John Jones and almost beat him. He finished him in 2 minutes.
Who else is in that division now?
It's a very weak division now because like. We had Ryan Bader, who's now like the third best guy.
Yeah, but he's on free agent now. He's a free agent.
Yeah, but they can still sign him. But right at this point,
I don't think we want to see that fight though.
Well, Johnson knocked him out in Newark not that long ago, and then he made him look bad too. Like he literally he hit him, and like he kind of like just went down, and like he covered his head. He was like, that's how bad it was. It like right now, like Anthony Johnson is the scariest dude in that division. You got John Jones, who's the best fighter in that division.
And I gotta see John Jones come back, but he can't stay on point. So what else is there to look for? I know that Ronda's coming back.
I have a feeling that card's gonna get canceled.
Which one?
206.
Yeah, but it's in Toronto, and I'm hoping that they could get GSP to come back, bro. I don't know yet.
They ruined that though. But like I think
that would be the savior of the card. You know that.
I think it would be UFC, and I think GSP kind of ruined that because of him asking for $10 million in the fight. But like, the thing is, you know what? Listen, you know what? Throw it make a catch rate fight, bro. Nick Diaz, GSP. That's gonna sell way more than probably AJ versus DC.
But didn't they fight her?
They did, but listen, like, why not? Come on, 2 dudes who like. I
would like to see a catch weight, bro. GSP's Anderson Silva.
Nah. Anderson Silva's not gonna happen. He's upset with the UFC because he felt like he was disrespected after 200. He said he never got a thank you from anybody for stepping in and fight DC.
Yeah.
He got paid a lot of money. I mean, I'd rather get.
I'd rather
get paid a lot of money than someone tell me thank you. But I mean, I feel
for GSP though, dude. I feel for the old guard, you know, the people that really brought the sport up, and they can't reap the benefits now of the money, you know.
You know what? I feel like him and Dana never had a good relationship, and like that's the thing. I think right now Dana's the one that's.
But
probably,
GSP did all the right things, bro. He was like super professional, you know.
Yeah.
And he just
but
was treated
I think
unfair.
like Dana's the one that like GSP stepped on a lot of toes early on, and it wasn't like it's like now Connor's doing that, but like I guess Connor's likable because he's funny. He comes in, you know, going like
because he
like
stole McGregor style.
But, like,
that's
yeah.
why. I mean, he stole Mayweather style.
Yeah.
He stole Mayweather style and ran with it.
But yo, like how Connor came
and then
into the conference though, that was not telling how funny that was.
Yeah, with the mink.
He looked like
and again, he grabbed that belt. He grabbed that belt and he put it on his side.
He looked like Joker. Like when Joker came in, like dancing in like the old Batman.
the old school Batman.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. Yo,
but that's what I'm saying. McGregor is a valuable asset.
He brings in.
I think
they broke records in everything. Press conference, the weigh-ins, everything.
But that's what I'm saying. So go back to the question that we in the beginning of the show Raul asked you. I think that the UFC should give him a piece.
No.
Because this is what's gonna happen.
That's not
Bellator.
fair.
This is what Bellator's gonna jump on him. Bellator was gonna sign him.
Nah, they don't got enough money.
McGregor, listen,
they ain't got enough money, bro.
But they will make phone calls to get this kid because
they need to get the
but this is what I'm saying.
Not happening.
The UFC can't afford to lose McGregor.
All right,
but I'm talking about money wise. I'm not talking about.
Let's talk about money. Let's talk about. I have a good point to bring up now. So I'm talking about money. Bellator. Do you know how much Michael Chandler and Benson Henderson got paid?
But that's the worst. Ben Henderson is the worst thing to ever do.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
How much?
They're the best two lightweights in that division, right? $50,000.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of money to me, but that's not a lot of money for a title fight.
Yeah. So in all fairness, though.
But that's what I'm saying. If you get a guy like McGregor,
in all fairness, to what you
their
just said,
stock just
they
rises
got paid
to the top.
$50,000, but you know with sponsorships.
Yeah, because
it's totally different.
It's different than the
now
UFC.
here's the thing: the sponsorship ranges, I think, from anywhere like to $10,000 to $20,000 to $30,000. Now,
and also the way that deal is constructed,
they make money off of TV, like the ratings.
Yeah, but also even on top of that, the way that deal is constructed, Benson could do kickboxing as well.
Yeah,
he's not going
to. No, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
He should because his last two.
He
looks horrible.
He's looked bad. He's on his way out.
But that's what I'm saying.
Listen, it's fine for him. It was a money grab, you know.
Well, you know why he left the UFC, right? It was not really about money. It was about the fact that they told him you don't belong in 170.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna get the belt at 170.
How about Mitrione versus Fedor, bro?
Oh my god, dude, that's the thing. You know, Bellator strikes my interest sometimes, and then they do something like this.
It's kind of circusy.
This is a gimmick. This is another gimmick fight, just like Ken Shamrock against Royce Gracie.
And then Chael Sonnen's fighting Tito Ortiz.
You know what? No, you know what? That's
an interesting matchup.
That's a typical Bellator fight. Like I'm cool with. Like, you know, like alright, they're older dudes, but like they. Like Chael Sonnen, like
he still got it. Chael,
I think he still got it. Like I like Chael Sonnen. He's a funny dude.
But that's what I'm saying. They're doing it to draw the audience.
That's what they're all about. Yeah. And like, you know, I think Scott Coker like really like kind of made Bellator a lot better.
No, definitely the dude is
like,
legit.
He's bringing legit. It. Like you know, you got, like it's crazy because like now like I like the fight with Chael Sonnen and TOT. Then they got like Data 5000 versus. You know the late
Kimbo, yeah.
Like
neither of those dudes belonged in the octagon.
They were literally gassed out after 30 seconds.
I literally heard. Obviously, Kimbo passed away. That's unfortunate, but I literally heard that Dada 500s or 1,000. His heart stopped in that fight.
Yeah,
I literally heard that.
Yeah, so
he like literally died in that fight too, but then something happened where
I forgot. I think it was Joe Rogan that said like his his diet was like. Fried chicken in Kool-Aid.
Not good. Not good at all.
All
right, so
but that's what I'm saying. Like to finish it off, can the UFC afford to lose Conor McGregor?
He's never gonna go. He's loyal. He's never going anywhere,
dude.
This is what I'm saying. He's a loyal,
but
when the
money anywhere
but
else.
Scott Coker is a smart man. If let's say he gathers a group of investors and says, you know what, I'm gonna give you what you want because I know you're gonna make me. You're gonna make my company.
Well,
no.
There's no limit in the UFC, bro.
They won't go for McGregor because they know it's too much money and like
too much money.
The thing is like Viacom owns Bellator, which has
billions.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but they won't display. Okay, They won't be like the UFC's. UFC is doing really. They're setting up for failure with this. Like you know, Connor's now he's too big for the UFC.
Exactly.
Like that's what it is. But you know what? Listen, the thing is, it's better to have him than not have him because if you lose him, then they're screwed.
So that's
now,
what I'm saying.
He's
though.
not going anywhere.
But they're gonna eventually give him a piece of that.
They're
pie.
gonna work something out. He's gonna probably end up getting his next fight. He's probably gonna get like 5 to 10 mil. I guarantee that.
He can get any fight he wants in any division.
They're not gonna give him a piece of. They're not gonna give him stock because you know it's not fair to the rest of the company. Because you know what? Then you have people like why doesn't John Jones deserve something then?
Yeah, but John Jones can't stay out of
John
trouble.
Jones,
Why doesn't Anderson Silva
Silva,
deserve anything
all these
then?
guys,
Anderson Silva, he is the greatest of all time, basically.
all of them,
He
they would
deserves
deserve it.
I agree with that.
GSP, he deserves something then.
But he's the greatest at that time.
It
Where-
doesn't
where-
matter.
But it does matter
Doesn't
because what
matter.
you got to understand is Anderson Silva at that time didn't make and break no records like McGregor's done within his 1 year span.
I think he might have had records though. Whatever the
No.
records were, he might have
He
played
probably
part of
Yeah,
it.
but not even compared to what,
Well, I guess Brock had the records. Brock had the records before.
because Ronda had a record
Brock,
Yeah.
Brock
and
had
he blew it out the water.
Brock had the pay record, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
I think,
Brock-
for
Brock-
example,
Brock
he set
is
the
Brock.
pay record at 200.
Who doesn't
right?
want to see Brock at a UFC fight?
I mean, I didn't
Like,
really care.
I don't care, but just
didn't
his
I want to
presence
see
there.
Brock. I want to see
Because
Brock.
I went to I forgot which one, and we seen him. He's a freak.
You saw
of
him
nature.
fight Frank Mir, right?
He saw when he was there when Shane Carwin destroyed Frank Mir in the Prudential, and he came out. That was his next matchup, bro. This guy, I had good seats, but this guy looked like a tank.
All right, so that was cool. You guys, I was just sitting here basically. So that was good
hey,
UFC talk.
hey.
Let's transition.
Listen,
Go ahead.
there's a lot of fights in the UFC that can be made, but like we discussed before, these investors are trying to get top dollar for what they invested in.
4.2
They
billion.
do not care about number
Fans.
one,
Yeah, fans.
number two. No, they want how much money can McGregor bring to us.
That's
They
gonna
could
be
just have a
downfall of the
card,
sport,
just
bro. That'll be
McGregor
the
fight.
downfall of the sport.
McGregor can have a tournament, him fight each weight, and he'll make millions of dollars.
Who wouldn't pay to see that though?
But that's what I'm
Who
saying.
wouldn't- like, listen, you know what? Like, I think UFC should go for a Pride tournament type style thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
I think that'd be awesome. I mean, like, I think Ryzen's doing that. They're like,
Yeah.
They're having a legit.
they're Ryzen might.
But back in the
eventually-
day, they did it
Pride,
like
I think
that.
Pride, right?
Vitor
Pride.
was
Pride was it.
the first one to
I don't know if
win
you guys
that
know
title.
about
They had an
Ryzen?
open weight tournament. Open
Yeah.
weight.
Ryzen might be on the come up soon. Like, they're
I think they're doing
it.
an open weight tournament too.
Yeah, they are.
No,
And I
no,
think
dude, it's gonna be
Listen,
big dude against
And
little
I
man.
think Ryzen's based in Japan, so like I think
Japan,
Bellator
yeah.
better watch out now because you know what? Once Ryzen gets to America, it's gonna be crazy.
I believe that Fedor had a contract with Ryzen
he
before. Right?
fought his last fight was at
Yeah.
Ryzen, and that was a god awful fight. It was two fat dudes just swinging.
That's a perfect example of the
Ugh.
competition being in the U.S. USA USA is basically the basis for the top
Oh, dude, that's
players in every sport.
Yo, like that fight.
He didn't fight ever
That
in the
fight in
UFC.
Ryzen was crazy because like they had like an orchestra. Like it was like a whole. It was a
Yeah,
whole
but
event.
what I'm
It was
saying is
crazy.
though,
Emperor.
he never
Russia
fought.
got money, man.
He never fought anyone legit until he started coming to the U.S. and then that's
Fedor?
when he started losing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had all his wins like overseas. You
Oh
feel me?
yeah, he got
Like
tapped
Ricky
out by
Hatton and stuff like that.
by Verdum.
Yeah, so like Ricky Hatton and them, like where they do good overseas, but when they come to the U.S., that's the top of the top, and then you really see whether they're legit or not, you know? Because I believe he was like 50-0 or something like that before he came over here. Then there's like, yo, this guy's the greatest ever,
Just
and
like
then he started
Mayweather
fighting, losing
people out of
to
the prime.
random people.
Yeah, but
Dude, I don't listen. I'm
business.
don't think
It's all about money,
don't think
man.
that I like Mayweather. I don't like
No,
either
I'm
of
just-
them.
I'm
Look,
just making a joke.
I'm a
That's all,
Mayweather
bro.
fan.
I'm just a fan
I'm
of the
looking at the
sport, bro.
business part.
Yeah, and
Nobody-
that's not, you
it's-
shouldn't do that. You
Yeah, but
shouldn't
then
do that.
again, when you get,
You shouldn't do that when you're the one that has to pay $100 for the fight, bro. You should not do that.
but then you get fights like Ward and Kovalek that we pay money for, and they give it to the wrong guy. What do you think
I
about
don't
that?
know.
But
get
it's
into
still a good fight, right?
Yeah, it's still a good fight. Yeah,
Yeah, but
different
that's why you
story
can't
than-
think about the
That's different
business.
story than like literally when you watch a Mayweather fight, you're most likely you're paying for him to lose,
No,
And you're
I'm
paying a lot of
Mayweather
money,
fan.
and
dude.
if you're paying for him to win, you're paying to see a boring fight because
Exactly.
it's always gonna be a boring fight because he's so damn good defensively because no one hits him.
Exactly.
Matisse was probably like the most interesting fight, I guess.
Sugar Shane Mosley was the most interesting.
Well, yeah, because he
To
rocked him
me,
early.
he robbed him early.
late. That De La Hoya fight was good.
That was a really good
Nah,
fight.
but,
Yeah,
but
that
I'm
was a
talking
good
about
fight.
like the closest to put him out was
yeah.
Sugar Shane.
That De La
And he
Hoya
messed,
fight
and
was a
he
beast.
could have had him.
He grabbed his arm or something like that,
Yeah.
right? After he hit that big shot, he
He
landed.
But
had him,
besides that,
bro.
look, man, Mayweather owns boxing. McGregor owns UFC. Let's keep it like
Maybe
that.
they'll meet.
So
One day.
now here's a question: who's like bigger right now? Like who's at the prime? Who's the bigger bigger draw and everything in their sport?
Conor
Right.
McGregor.
Like,
yeah.
because like even like in boxing, like I think a lot of people still hated Mayweather when he was like beating everybody, winning.
Well, no.
I think
he went from Pretty Boy Floyd, which was loved by everyone.
Yeah, and then he went to Money
the
Mayweather.
money started coming. Then he went to
he was
Money
burning
Mayweather.
$100 bills, being a douchebag.
Yeah.
But like, see, the thing is, Conor doesn't do that. Like Conor, he does like talk a lot of crap in his press conferences, but like when you talk to him, like and like you see videos, like he's mad humble. Like when he has good interviews. I just think like it's I don't think it's fake, but like when it comes to like promoting, like he knows he's got to sell, like do it. But like,
so you think it's like scripted?
I don't think it's scripted. I think maybe sometimes, but like I think he likes to have fun. I don't think it's like Ronda Rousey where like Ronda Rousey had like I was gonna be mad the whole time. Yeah, I'm mad.
No,
but
the thing with McGregor, bro, is like I told you I don't like him now. But yo,
he's the truth, Gucci Mink.
He's the truth, bro. To put up with all that pressure, dude, and still perform, he's the truth, bro.
You know what? Because he works hard. Like I don't know if anyone
he's the truth, bro.
Like he does what he has to do. Like he's willing to do everything.
Like literally, I thought Alvarez was gonna beat him, but then because I'm like, yo, there's no way this guy can win. All this pressure, everything, dude, he performs.
That's what I'm saying.
Better under pressure.
But you saw the fight though. You see how calm he looked.
I know.
He just looked like he was just walking into like just like.
So imagine if he gets his fight in Ireland, bro.
Forget it,
dude.
He'll start doing.
Now listen, if he were to fight in Ireland and lose, whoever that person that beat him is, bro, they need to get him out the country quick, dude.
No, but
he might not make it out.
They better get Nate out of there quick.
Yeah, dude, he might not make it out, bro.
Nah, I don't think the UFC is smart knowing how to market McGregor. I think he'll have a couple more fights in the U.S. before he'll go to Ireland. Maybe he'll get the name.
I think honestly, I think they missed that window. I think he's too big for it to be fight. Like obviously he would love to fight in Ireland, but like you know what? If they want the bigger like to break records still, like now it's like you have to stay in the U.S. because then like more people like first of all you get those Irish people coming to the U.S. anyway because now a lot of people from the U.S. are gonna go to Ireland. I feel so like there's like. Even like before he was a champ, the Irish people were coming. They were like and when he fought in Boston, when he knocked out Dennis Seaver, it was basically the whole stadium, like the whole.
Well, there's a big Irish community in
Boston,
too,
but like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think a lot of people from the U.S. are gonna go watch him in Ireland. I think it's gonna be the whole country of Ireland there.
But eventually, Conor's gonna just say, you know what, I'm gonna stay in Ireland.
Yeah, well,
because his biggest fights he can fight in Brooklyn.
Well, he's not going to Vegas no more.
He's not going to Vegas, but he can go to Brooklyn.
Now that they got New York, bro, he don't need Vegas.
Yeah, but he can go to New York. Or he can go to Dallas. The Dallas Cowboy Stadium is huge.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for him to go.
He can fight Tony Romo.
No, that's not getting started.
He got an arm, too. You ever seen Conor throw football?
You seen him shoot that dumpster, the jumper. You saw the jumper he had at Madison Square? All right, so that's it for our UFC talk. And yeah, that was a good conversation.
Fun.
I wanted to transition over to a little bit of a different topic. Here at PODCASTILLO, we're always trying to open the door for conversation, right? And the basis of PODCASTILLO really revolves around sports and pop culture. You know, coming up, sports and pop culture were very important to all of us, I would say, right? Yeah. You know, everything that's going on, things on TV, you know, affect the way people dress, affect the way people even talk or act, right? And it's just funny that as we shoot this podcast, we're watching Friday on the TV screen. So my question to you guys, and listen, I'm a huge I love Friday, bro. Like, I feel bad for the young kids now because they don't have really a Friday, you know? Because, like, for instance, Kevin Hart, I guess, is like the funny guy right now. And Kevin Hart funny is different than, like, Smokey funny or different than, like, the Wayans brothers funny. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different.
Martin Lawrence and
Martin's my guy, bro. So, we already talked about this behind the scenes. You know, we're all big Friday fans, but we're also big "Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood" fans.
Yeah, gin juice.
And I'm sure that you guys are as well. So let's open the conversation. You know, let's get into that. If you had to choose between one of those movies, which would it be and why? We went over this before, basically in Friday, especially the first Friday. I don't like to really talk about Friday after next or next Friday. The first Friday, because I love Smokey, bro. Smokey's the man, and Big Worm, Debo. So, so if you had to choose between one of those movies, which one and why? Go ahead.
I prefer Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace.
I love.
You think that's better than the original Friday?
Yeah,
I don't agree, but go ahead.
Like, first of all, like one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when I think it's Ash. No, what's the other dude?
Loke Dog or Ashtray?
Ashtray comes in. He's like coming to see his grandmother. Oh hey, and like he's like he hits her, and knocks her out, and goes over the table. Like I died laughing at that, and she's like, "You still hit like a punk."
That movie's really funny because like
they have so many parts of that movie just so funny. It's like nonstop.
Ashtray is
like Shiki.
He's older than his dad.
He's sucking his dad in.
So
he has to read him stories to go to sleep
and stuff. His dad, he's like, yo, Pops, man, I'm about to go to a party. So he's like, can I come? He's like, sorry, Pops, it's 18 or older or something like that. So he's older than his dad, so that's like low-key. Like, a lot of people probably didn't get that part of the movie, but that's like low-key funny. What else is funny in that? Oh, Daishiki. That's funny because she got mad kids. And there's my favorite scene ever in that movie is when Ashtray walks in the house and he's like blacking out. He starts punching all the kids, and then they got even the little Chinese kid laying down on the ground. They got everybody laid down. So that's really good. I like Don't Be a Menace. Don't get me wrong, but hands
crazy
down,
legs. Come on, crazy legs.
After he got hit by the car, they like. Yeah, he said he won't be able to walk again. They said he won't be able to walk again. They get so upset, but he wasn't walking before that anyway. So it was like funny.
You see how much you laugh at her now? So I feel like
because I'm discussing that Friday.
So Friday,
hilarious, bro. Let's not mention the fact that Smokey is just ridiculous, bro.
Well, Smokey's the best part of that movie.
You ain't got no job, bro. First of all, Craig got fired on his day off, dude. He got fired on his day off.
There's a lot of guys out here that do that.
So he got fired on his day off. That's number one. Number two, Smokey was he had beef with Big Worm. So that was funny. Also, I like the scene where what's his name? Smokey's mom will open the door. So he got to use the bathroom. He got to go number two. So then he goes to the side of the house, and then he's just like, yo, I got to grab the newspaper. He's like, yo, I'm about to just, bang. He pulls his pants down. He starts going number two, and then Isel,
Smokey.
He's like, he's like, yo, mind your business, man. Stay over there. He's like, nah, I gotta talk to you. He's like, nah, stay over there. He's like, what you doing? He's like, what you doing? He's like, man, I ain't gonna tell nobody. Don't worry. And then he's like, man, Smokey back in taking a dump. So that was funny. That was good. I like the Pops character. Craig's dad. That's a funny character. And that continued on to other things as well.
Y'all love Pops.
So Pops is funny. The bang bang. I like that.
But see where that's from though. That's not from Friday.
I know that's from.
Everyone knows him as Pops from
from the Wayans Brothers. Yeah.
Come on.
But
bang bang.
Movie to movie, bro. I gotta go with Friday, bro. I love.
But
Friday.
The Wayans Brothers had so many movies. And it's all of them.
No, but I'm saying debating those two movies, I gotta rock with Friday, bro. What do you think? What's your debate? What's your opinion on that?
I like both movies, but I'm leaning toward more like Don't Be a
Menace.
I think it was for like our generation, like everybody when they're young.
They had like every they made fun of. The thing is now, here's the other thing too. It's a parody movie. It's like
parody. Yeah.
Before it was like who made Scary Movie? They did.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now, that was like the start off, dude. Like how many parody and how many
parody movies their blueprint.
So, and then now you got like all these other ones and they now they're so bad. Ever since
White Chicks was good though.
No, well I'm not talking about.
They crossed over mainstream.
I'm talking about parody movies.
But when he did the Spanish voice of the bodega.
No, but I'm saying, but that wasn't like a hood movie.
Yeah, but I was
talking about parody movies, like Scary Movie.
Yeah,
but once once the Wayans Brothers left like Scary Movie, it wasn't the same. I think it was after they left the.
Yeah, it changed.
After the second.
That's when they had like Charlie Sheen and them in it. It's kind of whack. But dude, Ezel was hilarious.
But
Don't be a menace. Rock with Friday, bro. Friday gotta be.
But Don't Be a Menace. Everybody like.
Yo, how many Izels is there in Amboy?
There's a lot.
But we're not gonna get into that. So yeah, we want to know what your pick is on those two movies. Do you like Don't Be a Menace, or do you like Friday?
But then there's other movies that
I like Friday.
Real hood movies.
Like what?
Like Boys in the Hood.
Nah, but
but I'm saying, but I'm talking about like hood movies.
Nah, there's no comedy in that. I'm talking about strictly.
No, but I'm not talking about comedy. I'm just saying
we used to just watch that, son. Like, and just
Yo, if
chill and
listen,
watch
if,
it.
you know, like you know,
See, but I can sit
either
here
one of them come on or not, I'm gonna watch them.
Yeah, but I can sit
They
there and
don't
watch
get
Don't
old,
Be a
bro.
Menace all day instead of.
And there's no more of that. There's
Yeah.
no more of that. And I don't think there could be any more of that because we live in a time where it's very sensitive.
It died out with each generation.
No, not even that. Comedy changed so much where, like I said, Kevin Hart's the funniest guy alive right now, for instance, right? People say. But he doesn't make the same type of jokes that used to be funny to us when we were.
Well, you know what? His movies aren't as funny as his stand-up. So, like, you know what? Like, he's not like.
I'm not a Kevin Hart fan, bro.
But his
like
movies
Martin,
are.
I like Chappelle.
If you look at a Kevin Hart movie,
They're all the same,
his supporting cast, his actors, they make him. Like when he did that Central Intelligence with The Rock. To me, The Rock was the funniest.
I didn't see that movie, but I heard The Rock was like, yo,
the funnier than Kevin Hart.
The Rock's the man. So
yeah, of course.
Listen, The Rock's
Even
the
when
man.
he was in wrestling, bro. WWE.
But that's what I'm saying.
The Rock 2020, bro.
Then you got Right Along.
Then
you got Right Along. Ice Cube. Ice Cube made the movie.
Craig.
Like
he had that fight with
he
Debo,
was like
bro.
more of the movie.
Knocked Debo out with a brick, bro. So yeah,
But then we could talk about Loke Dog when he put that rocket. Do we
yeah,
have a problem?
He said the guy was like, you say USSR?
USSR.
And then they stomped old boy out. Come on.
Oh, they laid him flat.
The lady comes out running. Oh my God, my son! And then
hey, my son. It's a lot of different.
And then you got was it not David? Keenan Ivory Wayans. Message.
How about when Smokey talking to the chick on the phone and she like, yeah, they say I look like Janet. Yeah, they say I look like Janet Jackson. He like, yo, this girl Frank coming over later, she look like Janet Jackson, right? So she gets to the house. He like, stop playing. You say you look like Janet Jackson, you look like Tito Jackson. Dude,
how about Felicia
Freddie?
Coming
You look like Freddie Jackson.
The microwave?
And then Bye Felicia, all that stuff that came from Friday, bro. Friday is legit, son. I'm telling you.
Sometimes people want to borrow a microwave.
It can go each way, man.
Yeah, tell me about it. So we want to open that conversation with you guys. It's a really good debate, I think. You know, in my opinion, they're really classic movies. I feel like people that listen to the show are kind of like in that era anyway.
Is there another movie, right? There's not another movie that was even
compared to them. Nah, not in my opinion. No, I think that's it. It's like
we
Friday or Don't Be a Menace.
I love Scary Movie. That's another funny movie.
But I'm thinking about that era though.
About the 90s.
Yeah, the era. It's gotta be Friday or Don't Be a Menace, bro. And I'm rocking with Friday, bro. Love Friday.
See, like, you know, I think Friday's the funniest movie I've seen. Like, what's his name in? Chris Tucker. Actually, no, Rush Hour.
Yeah, Chris Tucker's funny.
Rush Hour. Him and Rush Hour was hilarious. So you got that too.
That's why Friday fell off. That's why I didn't say next Friday. Yeah, because he left. And yo, listen, and a lot of the '90s babies, you know, and kids that came up in the '80s too. Like, we're still waiting on another Friday, bro. When we're waiting on a Friday reunion,
Bad
bro.
Boys 3 coming out soon.
I know,
but good movie.
But we're waiting on that Friday reunion, bro. Like, I would love to see that last Friday.
Happen.
I think so.
We just have to wait on the Chappelle shows, you know, when he comes on to the Netflix.
Nah, listen, let's
talk about Chappelle show. How
changed the game by far.
Yo, like, he was so far ahead of the game, like, on that. Like, it's still hilarious now. Like, I feel like that show's probably...
but this is another thing I'm saying to you. Dude, Chappelle got us through high school, bro. That was good in high school.
Like, I remember, like, I was in beginner school.
But that comedy
like,
is totally
every week we were waiting for that to come out. Like, you know how people wait for, like, The Walking Dead to come out? Nah, everybody was waiting for the Chappelle show. We can talk about it the next day.
But that comedy is different than comedy now. People are mad sensitive, bro.
Yeah.
You can't say anything now, dude. You say something that's a little bit controversial and it's a wrap for you, bro.
I don't think people would appreciate Tyrone right now.
Tyrone Biggums. Or Ashley Larry, bro. That's my guy. So it's totally, you know what I'm saying? It's totally, look, Craig getting ready to scrap. Yo, it's totally... Get a body shot. Dude, yo, Friday is too funny. But yeah, Chappelle show got us through high school, man. And Chappelle, I know that you saw this. Did you see the skits on SNL?
Dude,
hilarious. But there's no one else. That's why, like, in the young kids, they like Kevin Hart. I'm not really feeling Kevin Hart like that, bro. I like old school. I like Marty. I like Marty Marr, bro. I like Jerome. I like Dragonfly Jones. I like Shanae. I like that kind of comedy. Bro.
Probably my two favorite comics ever is probably Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle.
Nah. I like Martin.
Raw and
Martin.
Delirious, dude.
Listen, but I like Martin.
Come on, dude! I
You're
cried.
so crazy.
I cried
Dude,
watching. I
dude.
cried laughing watching Eddie Murphy back in the day.
Martin. So your top two is who?
It's Dave Chappelle and Eddie Murphy.
I got Martin and Dave Chappelle, bro. I can't go against Martin, bro.
I like Martin. And Jamie Foxx was a funny.
No way, dude. No way.
He's funny.
But you're gonna put him over all these.
No, but Chappelle obviously is at
we're
the
talking
top.
about stand-up comedy.
Stand up.
Mm.
I like Martin, bro.
Oh man.
Eddie Murphy was like that raw, dude.
Yeah,
he says whatever, yo. Like
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. He was legit. But comedy ain't the same, bro. Comedy is not the same, dude.
It's
like, you know what? That's why I like comics like Daniel Tosh and Anthony Jeselnik. Like, they say whatever they want, and I love that. Because you know what? Like, nowadays, like, a lot of comics are like mad PC and like they have to watch what they say. They're like whatever.
That's
like,
Hannibal Buress is.
Look what Hannibal Buress did to Bill Cosby's career, dude. To his life, not his career.
See, but comics like that, there's.
But Hannibal Buress is not funny though.
It's like underground. They're like underground.
I went to a comedy festival last year, and like honestly, Buress was whack.
But the thing is, it depends on what kind of comedy you
Exactly.
like. There's a lot of people that are funny in movies or stand-up.
Like, all right, I love
certain people run stand-up really good.
CK. He don't say the same joke every set he goes to, different countries. I mean, different like
but
places.
Louis CK is
he's
funny
hilarious. Hannibal Buress, I watched the video. They played a video on Facebook. Every joke was just like it was straightforward. Like they showed like of different places he played.
And I feel like he's awkward too.
He starts off everything
the way
the same.
Is like when
he's awkward with it
everything is like it's just scripted. That's it. And he's not that funny, dude. He's whack. I think the only reason people know him now is because he snitched on Bill Cosby.
But then you have comics like Dane Cook,
and he was a thief too. Like he's not
But they were funny though.
Martin,
he was
bro.
funny.
Trust me, Martin. Dude.
I think Dane Cook was funny because he sold it so well when he was like he was really animated. But like I said, like you have a lot of comics nowadays. Like there's like everything like it's like they got Carlos Mencia who's like a gimmick. The DTD and all that.
Yeah,
crap,
then they got the heavy dude, Iglesias.
Fluffy.
Yeah. But he's funny, he lost weight and he's still funny though.
He's still funny. And what's the Ralphie May?
Ralphie May.
Yo, he's
funny
good,
as hell for a long time.
There's guys like Bill Burr. There's a lot of like. I guess it depends what you're into. Me, I like the like straight raw comedy, no holds barred. That's what I like.
Well, but that's like Eddie Murphy, like what you're saying, because he's.
I know, but I like a lot of his jokes don't really.
Martin was like that too.
I like Martin, bro. I like Martin because Martin just be. Martin.
John Leguizamo was like his. I won't say
he had one
I won't
good
say he was a stand-up comedy, but like his shows he had on HBO, like Sexaholics and like and I think it was like Freak, whatever. Yeah. Like were hilarious.
They were good.
I love those, man.
But then they fell back. Like this generation is more towards like Kevin Hart's and
Amy Schumer.
Like
it's totally different comedy, bro.
I can't even think of another comic like this generation, and it's sad. Because back in the day, we had Chappelle, Jamie Foxx, Martin, Bernie Mac,
the Kings of Comedy, bro.
The Kings of Comedy, Cedric,
and you know what, the Lion Kings of Comedy too. And actually, the Queens of Comedy too. That was really funny too.
But that's what I'm saying. That was this generation.
Yeah, Monique, right? Monique.
They based it on one guy. Kevin Hart is like leading the pack.
Yeah, but I don't like the comedy that comes from him.
To me, it's the same thing.
It's a lot
in
of
each
repetitive,
movie.
it's a lot of repetitive. Like but you know what? Whatever. Like power to him. I guess he's a comedic rock star, like he calls himself, whatever. So it's cool.
Shout out to Kevin Hart, dude.
Shout out to Kevin Hart,
but forward killing it.
Not my type of comedy.
Dude's killing the game. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I think that we opened the door to a nice conversation. There's a lot of things that are coming up. There's some big fights in UFC coming up. Unfortunately, we lost that DC and Rumble Johnson fight. But, in the month of December, Ronda comes back. So we're going to definitely talk about Ronda coming back.
Watch her get knocked out.
Well, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of football talk that needs to take place. There's a lot of early NBA talk that needs to take place. So we'll definitely be around. Hopefully people join the conversation on the movie talk, and we can have a movie talk or the comedian talk, whatever the case is. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Thanks a lot for coming through, bro. Thank you for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, PODCASTILLO out. Peace.